In Ogimi, a small village on the northern tip of Okinawa, Japan, researchers did something unusual. They spent years living alongside elderly residents, studying not just what they ate or how they exercised, but specifically how they slept. What they found surprised them. In a village where people routinely live past 90 and 100, the elderly reported strikingly low rates of sleep problems. They slept well, they woke rested. And the reasons, when the researchers finally identified them, had almost nothing to do with what the Western world focuses on when it talks about sleep. It was not about blackout curtains. It was not about supplements or sleep tracking devices. It was about the way they structured their entire lives. Today, I want to share what researchers found after years of studying Japanese senior sleep, the real factors behind their remarkable sleep health, and what any of us can take from it, honestly and practically. Let's get into it. The research, who studied this, and what they found. The study of Japanese elderly sleep health has been pursued by multiple research institutions over several decades. A foundational study published in the Journal of Psychosomatic Research by researchers Tanaka and Shirakawa examined sleep health, lifestyle, and mental health in Japanese elderly populations across Okinawa, specifically looking at what made their sleep profile so different from elderly populations in more urbanized areas. Researchers found an overwhelmingly smaller number of elderly people in Okinawa who were troubled because of sleep, and that elderly people in Okinawa have good sleep health. More recently, the Japan Healthy Aging Study, known as JHAS, conducted in collaboration with Japan's National Center for Geriatrics and Gerontology, tracked more than 1,000 older Japanese adults using advanced wearable devices capable of measuring movement, heart rate variability, sleep stages, and circadian patterns. JHAS demonstrated a robust, bidirectional relationship between daily physical activity and sleep quality. Participants who maintained steady, moderate walking routines and minimized prolonged sitting experienced deeper, more restorative sleep, while consistent sleep schedules reinforced motivation and capacity for daytime movement. The Okinawa Centenarian Study, the largest study of its kind, funded by Japan's Ministry of Health and tracking more than 600 Okinawan centenarians, found that the elderly of Okinawa enjoy what may be the longest life expectancy in the world, and are also known for enjoying relatively good health while doing so. The three leading killers in the West, coronary heart disease, stroke, and cancer, occur in Okinawans with the lowest frequency in the world, and a nationwide Japanese survey of 1,769 elderly people aged 70 and over found that a positive linear association was observed between subjective sleep sufficiency and well-being scores. The mean well-being score was highest for a sleep duration of 7 to 8 hours and became lower at sleep durations of less than 6 and 9 or more hours. What emerges from this body of research is not a single secret. It is a pattern, a set of interconnected lifestyle factors that together produce sleep health that researchers in Western countries consistently find remarkable. Let me walk you through each one. Factor 1. Consistent daily rhythm. The first and perhaps most foundational factor is something Japanese researchers call seikatsushukan, consistent daily routine. Across multiple studies, Japanese elderly who reported good sleep quality shared one characteristic above almost all others. Their days had a predictable, consistent structure. They woke at roughly the same time each day. They ate meals at similar times. They moved their bodies at regular intervals. They wound down their evenings in a similar way each night. Stable sleep and wake times, regular meal times, and predictable daily rhythms all support the body's circadian system. Evidence shows that people with consistent sleep schedules tend to experience better sleep quality and more stable energy levels. This is not coincidental. Your body's internal clock, the circadian rhythm, stays calibrated through environmental cues. Light, meals, movement, and social contact all serve as timing signals. When these happen at consistent times each day, the internal clock runs reliably, producing melatonin at the right time, cortisol at the right time, and sleep pressure at the right time. When daily life is unstructured, as it often becomes after retirement, when the external anchors of work schedules disappear, the internal clock drifts. Sleep becomes later, lighter, and more fragmented. Japanese researchers specifically identified that maintaining wakefulness in the afternoon after 3 o'clock is a time that strongly affects nighttime sleep. The discipline of staying awake and active through the afternoon, avoiding long naps, staying engaged, was directly connected to deeper, more consolidated sleep at night. Factor 2. The strategic nap. This brings us to the second factor, one of the most interesting findings from the Okinawa research. Contrary to what you might expect from a culture associated with rest and relaxation, the research did not find that Okinawan elderly simply slept more. What it found was that they napped strategically. Many Okinawans took short naps, but these were brief, early afternoon naps, typically 20 to 30 minutes, taken before 3 p.m. Not long afternoon sleeps, not evening naps in front of the television. This distinction matters enormously. A short nap of 20 to 30 minutes early in the afternoon does not meaningfully reduce what sleep scientists call sleep pressure, the biological drive for nighttime sleep that builds throughout the day. A long nap, or a late nap, does. And when sleep pressure is reduced by a long afternoon sleep, the night becomes lighter, more fragmented, and less restorative. The Japanese research showed that the disciplined short nap, used as a tool, not as a way to compensate for poor nighttime sleep, was associated with better cognitive performance and better nighttime sleep quality. Factor 3. Daily movement. The third factor identified across the Japanese research is daily physical movement, and specifically, moderate, consistent movement woven into daily life rather than formal exercise sessions. The Japan Healthy Aging Study found that participants who maintained steady, moderate walking routines and minimized prolonged sitting experienced deeper, more restorative sleep. What is notable here is the word steady. Not intense, not occasional. Steady, moderate, daily movement. The kind that comes from walking to a neighbor's home, tending a garden, getting up and down from the floor, was what the research linked to better sleep. Okinawa's traditional lifestyle naturally incorporates this kind of movement. The Okinawan household has very little furniture. Residents take meals and relax sitting on tatami mats on the floor. The fact that older people get up and down off the floor several dozen times daily builds lower body strength and balance. This is not incidental. Every time an elderly Okinawan rises from the floor, they are completing a functional movement that builds strength, improves circulation, and contributes to the daily physical activity that the JHAS study linked directly to deeper sleep. Factor 4. Social connection and moai. The fourth factor is the one that Western sleep science least often discusses, and the one that the Japanese research found to be among the most powerful: social connection. Okinawa has a cultural institution called moai, a small group of lifelong friends, typically 5 to 6 people, who commit to supporting each other through every stage of life. They meet regularly, they share meals, they look out for each other's health. They provide what researchers describe as both financial and emotional safety nets. An 85-year Harvard study on human happiness confirmed that strong relationships are among the most powerful predictors of long-term well-being and health. Social isolation is associated with elevated stress, poorer heart health, and higher overall mortality risk in several large studies. And the connection to sleep is direct. A cross-sectional study of 500 Japanese older adults using validated sleep quality instruments found that poor sleep quality was significantly associated with diminished human relationships and social isolation. The study found that frailty and diminished human relationships are associated with poor sleep quality in Japanese older adults. The mechanism is straightforward. Social isolation elevates cortisol, the stress hormone that, when dysregulated, is one of the primary drivers of nighttime awakening in older adults. Regular, meaningful social connection keeps cortisol rhythms more stable, which in turn supports more consistent, deeper sleep. The moai provides what many elderly people in Western countries lack entirely: a reliable, daily reason for social engagement that extends into old age. Factor 5. Ikigai and purposeful living. The fifth factor is perhaps the hardest to translate, but the most profound in the research findings. Ikigai, loosely translated as a sense of life worth living, is a concept deeply embedded in Japanese culture. It refers to the feeling of having a purpose, a role, something that makes getting up in the morning meaningful. Research examining Ikigai in Japanese older adults has consistently found it associated with lower rates of depression, lower stress, and better overall health outcomes. A cross-sectional study of Japanese elderly found significant relationships between Ikigai and depressive status. And depression, as we know from sleep research, is one of the most reliable predictors of poor sleep quality. Significant positive correlations were found between Ikigai, physical activity, and cognitive function. Depressive status has a large impact on Ikigai, and it is appropriate to consider that an affective psychological status, such as depressive symptoms, is a fundamental condition for having Ikigai. The practical significance is this: elderly people with a strong sense of daily purpose, a garden to tend, a moai to meet, a craft to practice, a grandchild to teach, have lower rates of the depression and anxiety that directly drive nighttime cortisol dysregulation and sleep fragmentation. They sleep better because they have more to wake up for, and the research supports this link consistently across Japanese elderly populations. Want to be honest with you about what this research does and does not say. It does not say that Japanese seniors never have sleep problems. They do. Urbanization, modern lifestyles, and the breakdown of traditional community structures have been associated with worsening sleep health even within Japan. What the research consistently shows is that the traditional Okinawan and Japanese elderly lifestyle, with its consistent daily rhythms, strategic short napping, daily moderate movement, strong social bonds, and clear sense of daily purpose, produces a sleep environment that Western seniors largely lack. And these are not exotic or inaccessible practices. They are behavioral and social habits that can be built deliberately into daily life regardless of where you live. A consistent wake time, a short nap before 3 p.m. if needed, a daily walk, regular meaningful contact with people who matter to you, a sense of daily purpose, however modest. None of these cost anything. All of them are supported by the Japanese research as genuine contributors to sleep health in older adults. The researchers who spent years studying Okinawan elderly sleep health came away with a conclusion that is both simple and profound. The secret was not a supplement or a technique. It was a life, structured, social, purposeful, and physically engaged, that naturally supported deep, consistent, restorative sleep. Everything shared today is sourced from the Japan Healthy Aging Study, published in NPJ Aging, research published in the Journal of Psychosomatic Research, the Okinawa Centenarian Study, peer-reviewed research in geriatrics, and the Frontiers in Public Health Journal. No exaggeration. Honest science. Please subscribe for more honest senior health content. Take care of yourself, and good night. Subscribe for more honest senior health. No exaggeration. Just real science. This is part of our Sleep Problems After 60 series. Make sure you watch the other videos in this series for more effective tips and solutions to improve your sleep. For more information on different health conditions, visit our website, www.healthabulous.com.